Western Dressage is very, very similar to Dressage. The tests are structured the same. I'll post a little screenshot here of the tests, and so you can kind of get an idea. They're scored very similarly. There's a clear purpose, and it's very much like Dressage, just a little more open and a little more friendly to different breeds. So that's what I love about Dressage, is that it really is Dressage for all. We're very inclusive of all breeds, all levels. I'm Amelia. In today's video, I'm going to ride through Western Dressage Basic Level Test 1, and Western Dressage is very, very similar to Dressage. Basically, it's the same thing, a lot of the same patterns, a lot of the same movements, only you are in a Western saddle, and they say jog and lope instead of trot and canter, but it's really more or less the same thing. The jog is very similar to the trot. It's still a 2-beat gait. The lope still needs to be a 3-beat gait, just like the canter, although it can be a little bit slower. And one of the other differences is that you are allowed to use a little bit of your voice in Western Dressage, which you're not allowed to do in a regular dressage test. So Mr. Jacques here is going to help me out, and we're going to ride through Basic Level Test 1. I normally ride in a dressage saddle, but this is a Western saddle that I used to ride in all the time. I start all my young horses in the Western saddle. And to me, honestly, it doesn't matter what kind of saddle you're riding in. So that's what I love about dressage, about Western Dressage, is that we are very inclusive and believe that good riding is good riding. So the first movement is a down center line at a jog, and then you make a halt transition through the walk. So I'm just going to turn up the center line here, look up for the judge, keep him right between my legs. I'm going to allow him to come to the walk, and then to the halt, salute the judge, back to my jog, and then track to the left. Good boy. So just focusing on the rhythm, the contact, the relaxation. At E, I'm doing a 20-meter circle to the left. So just like in dressage, you want to focus on having an accurate 20-meter circle. So you're looking for your touch points. When you cross the center line, you should be 2 meters to the inside of I. And then on the last quarter of the circle, you're going to develop your lope. You're going to stay on the circle at the lope here. And then before we get back to E, transition to trot. Good boy. Good boy. Straight ahead. And then at between A and F, make our transition to the walk. Again, I might use my voice a little. Oh, good boy. Good boy. And then they have, I think they call this a working walk. I have to read it again. But again, the walk is a 4-beat gait, so I'm just focusing on the relaxation here in the walk. And then from B to E, we do a half 20-meter circle in the free walk. So I'm just letting the reins out. I'm wanting him to stretch his neck nice and down to the contact. Boy. And then I'm taking my reins up again and going straight ahead, keeping him on the rail by using my inside leg. So you always want to use your legs as much as possible to steer your horse, and then your reins kind of help to support that. And then at A, transition up to the trot or the jog. Keep saying trot. Those words are basically interchangeable. I just think of the jog or the lope as being a little bit slower. And then we have B, turn left, E, turn right. So moving him off my right leg into that outside rein. Boy. Good boy. Focusing on a steady tempo. So C, 20-meter circle, and letting the horse stretch forward and downward. I think they call this a free jog, but it's just the same as a stretch circle in a dressage test. You want to show that your horse will seek the contact down and out, and then take up the reins again before C, inside leg, and straight ahead down the rail at B. And again, one thing that the judges really are picky about is that they want a very accurate 20-meter circle where you're touching the center line 2 meters to the inside of L, you're touching the rail right at E, you're looking for the next touch point on the center line 2 meters to the inside of I, and then you have your canter transition or your lope transition. Oh my gosh, I keep saying it wrong. Boy, staying on the circle. Boy. And then before I get to B, my trot transition. Good boy. And then up the center line and preparing for the walk into the halt. Boy, so you can see it's very similar pattern to regular dressage test. A boy, and halt. Oops, that wasn't our best halt ever. Salute. Good boy, Jacques. So you can see Western Dressage is very similar. The tests are structured the same. I'll post a little screenshot here of the tests, and so you can kind of get an idea. They're scored very similarly. There's a clear purpose, and it's very much like dressage, just a little more open and a little more friendly to different breeds. So that's what I love about dressage, is that it really is dressage for all. We're very inclusive of all breeds, all levels, all different tack, and I think we're really unique in that way. So if you like this video, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Also check the description box. I have a free PDF to help you with your rider position, and also one on the canter. So there's a lot of great resources there, and I post a new video every single Wednesday to help you with your riding. So thanks so much for watching, and enjoy your horse this week.